to the Point Gremlins podcast featuring me, Frog Champ, Gilmore in the top left, hopefully he's in the top left, Jimbo in the top right, and Eddie in the bottom right.
Whoa.
Oh, he did it. We pressured him.
He knows our names.
I should have pulled those up. Our first topic, let's just start with leagues. It's probably our biggest topic. And let's get that one out of the way.
Yeah.
Let's talk about, the standings. Well, where the standings? Did you delete the standings? I posted the standings.
Give him a break. Point of leagues 2, right? So you guys did this one where you took a vote beforehand, and it was either low skill level, mid skill level, and high skill level. What's the breakdown for the difference between mid level and skill? And how'd you find out what the mid skill level captains were going to be?
The mid skill rating captains, I took all the skill ratings that signed up, averaged them all out. And then I took the ones that were closest to that average skill rating. That came out,
sure.
Yeah.
And who did we land on?
It came out to the one, they were all right next to each other, even on the overall leaderboard, so it was pretty nice. Ashaway, Assured, and Ice Bear. The only oddball was Pickle Rick. He was like 2 above the rest of everyone for skill rating wise.
I've got to scroll past all these. Go ahead. We'll test
We
that.
can hear you, Gilmore. He's loud and clear here.
Can they hear all of us?
Uh-oh.
Okay.
He'll figure it out. Okay. Alex. So he'll be able to fix that in a second. Hopefully the stream still stays live. Otherwise, yeah. The captain's breakdown, we have that. How those team during the draft, did you guys
I think the drafting, no matter if it's lowest, middle, or highest, I think they all think relatively the same. And sure, there's some points where they're drafting and they screw up a draft. We've seen that many times, even in the highest skill rating captains drafting.
He's talking about me.
And for this draft, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of thought Pickle Rick's team was gonna win, but they kind of choked it in the finals to Ice Bear's team. And Ice Bear's team still was good, but not as stacked as Pickles, in my opinion.
What game mode was it that this choking happened? And we could talk about it. It's not like
what did they double dip them in?
Yeah,
it was Jug first, then Domination, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
All right, apologies everybody. I'm back. I'm real.
Oh, he's there.
He figured it out.
I figured it out.
Yeah, that was awesome. It was really close. Both rounds.
Or Waken to test. Yeah, actually, hear him. I imagine it's true though.
I tested. It's true. It's real.
True.
It's real.
He's here.
He's back.
Yep.
Awesome.
Domination overall was a difference of 40 points.
Yeah.
That isn't that bad. Normally it's at least 100.
And that's combined score between both rounds, 40 points.
Oh, damn, that's even closer than I thought.
Yeah, it was really close.
Yeah.
Came down to the last minute of the second round. Chemo team kind of took over.
Yeah, you really gotta. Sorry, But you really got to blame Owen. He's got
sorry,
some
Owen.
bad luck. He's got bad luck out there.
Owen is awesome, and I love that he plays every leagues, and he tries his hardest every single time, but he's just got some rhythm right now that is... He's gotten like a 7-loss streak in the finals right now. He makes it to the finals every leagues, and he just loses.
Oh no!
And it's so
Yeah, that's
bad
true. I
because
remember he
Owen's
would.
awesome, and he just cannot put it together in the finals.
I wonder why that is. And there's like no way we can fix it. It's just something that he has to overcome. You can do it, Owen. You can win one.
I'm so excited for Owen's redemption. I cannot wait until he wins a league. It's going to be awesome.
Oh my god, he's gonna pop off.
How
Yeah,
many
he's gonna destroy
more
everybody.
wins does Clean Out have than him? Is it 1 or 2?
1.
One?
One league.
We almost got his
tournament.
first one, Gilmore.
We
Very
did.
close.
Yeah. And
Eddie.
What?
Well,
Yeah, he
James,
he
go
doesn't he doesn't got it.
he had it and he lost it.
All right. So
Bro.
besides that, I've seen some questions in the league chat for about how the rating works. Wasn't there. I don't know, like what the looks were like, you know. But I've got up right now the overall player leaderboard for skill league point things. And I saw some questions about people that were like saying that certain people didn't like lose points the way they thought they did, or how it works. I mean, we've talked about this like 2 weeks now. I don't think we need to talk about how league points work again, but was there some sort of issue going on with the league points at all, that what is currently up is not accurate, or what's the story with that right now, guys?
Well, if you saw what Jeremy posted.
Yes,
in the
that's
Discord.
what I have up right now.
Yes. That is technically the correct one if you're going off of barracks or the system. That is correct.
Okay.
The only problem with the overall thing was there was one game of Rush that we ended, even though the team shot the tube to get enough for the 30-second countdown at the end. We ended that early.
Okay. Okay, so it was ended early because they had already gone past the amount of points they would need to win the game, so you just ended the game. I'm assuming.
Not
Yep,
Not
we didn't wait
knowing
for the
that-
30-second.
Yeah, we should have waited the 30 seconds for them to get the win.
Yeah.
And that shouldn't be messing up the algorithm. That should be a saved game still, isn't it? Or is it because there's no winner, according to ICE, that it's, or the incorrect team was winning or something like that, that ICE has the incorrect? Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, so there just has to be like one game removed and one game added to like 8 people's league score or something like that.
Yes, and that's what I did on the spreadsheet and what I posted in the staff chat. That's the updated one.
Let me get that up real quick then. Oh my goodness. All right. Yeah. Okay, I see. I'll get that up real quick. Boom.
Putting it
That
in
is
terms
apparently
of-
the updated one.
But like our understanding of laser tag, not everyone's going to really understand what you just said to them. How does ICE affect these league points, and why does it do that?
Well, if you're on barracks and you look at your own profile, click on matches, it'll show on the right side wins, your win and loss on the right side, whether you won or lost, obviously. And our algorithm takes that one match you might have won or lost in the league setting, and it'll put you in a category of either minusing your league points or adding your league points, gaining more. And then it'll take it to that other spreadsheet of how many, depending on your placement on the team, if that makes sense.
Ultimately, of course, we said this before, it depends on whether or not you won or lost in general, right? So if you were to like, are you saying overthrow all of leagues, or every single game mode, if you won or lost, you'll lose points, right? It's not like how well you've done in a game where you lost, you're still going to lose points, correct?
Yes, that's
if
correct.
you lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also see on here, this might just be like you had to correct some stuff when you were remaking this spreadsheet, but I see a lot of people whose last match say 0 on it. That can't be correct, is it? Is that just something that wasn't fixed correctly, or?
They did not play the last leagues.
Ah, I see. That checks out. That makes more sense.
Mac 21 is like Kendall, right?
Yeah.
Or
Yes.
something.
Yeah,
Mac's
that's
really
Kendall.
in there. Yeah, that makes sense. Cool. Eddie, you wanted to break down the bracket for the whole leagues.
Yeah,
Correct.
it seems like I don't have like a visual or anything. I'll just explain it. But it seemed like I got to leagues late. I had a thing for teaching that I had to be there for, so I got there and like halfway through the second game, and everybody was just still talking about the bracket. So we just want to make it clear that let's just say we have a scenario where it's one team is 3-0. We have two team, or the rest of the teams are 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, or 2-1, 2-1. However it works. If they're all the same, and then we have one clear winner. Clear winner would go to the finals. Oh no, it would be a clear loser. Clear loser. Yeah, and then all the other records are the same. So it'd be 2-1, 2-1, 2-1, and then 0-2 or 0-3. Those three teams would all flip a coin, and then the matching sides of the coin would play in the semifinal, which would be whatever game is elected for that leagues, and then the odd team out would get a bye to the finals. Okay. Now, in the situation that usually happens with the double dipping, is one team, let's just say Brandon's team, had lost one game already, right? And they had already played the team that was undefeated. That was, who was it, Pickles' team, Damien?
Yes.
Yeah. And then we had the opportunity to play, okay, so the last regular round that they played was Rush, I think. Pickles' team did, and they won. Okay? So then those two teams, we have a clear-cut winner, and we have a clear-cut second place, but the second place needs 2 more wins to beat the winning team in wins. So then we would go to Jug, which would be the semifinal, play that, and then we go to the final. And if that team that had the one loss or the one less win than the other team double dips them, then they would be the league winners, just like kind of what happened with Brandon's team last leagues. So now it was a little confusing.
Yeah, that's something
I'm
that's
sure.
been we've done that before. I was the last league I played in that ended up being the case. It's just like kind of the nature of playing leagues in a Swiss bracket rather than playing them in a double elimination bracket is sometimes you're gonna have 3 teams that are tied, and head to head doesn't necessarily break that tie. So that's just kind of how it works. It's better than it ends up being nicer than like a double elimination bracket. As much as I love the double elimination bracket, it just means that all the teams get at least their 3 games in, and with the league points working the way that they do, it's better that all teams get like a correct amount of games in, and then the finals happen as like the extra game. That's kind of the best way for it to work out.
And I heard some people complaining about, oh, the teams in the last 2 leagues got another game, like a whole nother game where they can earn more league points, like the double dip. That's just kind of how it goes. If the standings are like that, then that's the only way we can have a fair outcome. So if they get that one extra game, just saying like they are just going to gain more league points, is kind of just how it goes.
I mean,
like if you make it to the finals, you get another game.
It's a chance
you can earn
that
more
they
league points
gain
there.
more league points. It's not even a guarantee because like you can
Correct.
still lose league points.
Oh, big time. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I heard some people, they were like, oh, it's not really fair because they get the chance to double dip and they have another opportunity to score, but kind of like you just said, Alex, not a guarantee on getting league points.
Have you guys gotten to the outcome yet where you play a TDM and both teams tie like 14-14 or something like that? Do you know what the league point algorithm does for that?
No, I don't think so. Not yet.
All right. Hopefully there will be a contingency for that next leagues before it starts this time. Let's do that.
Because you've already willed it into existence.
Yeah,
Now
I
it's gonna
just
happen
thought
next
of it
week.
Damn it,
thanks
no
to
more.
Leonidas. So
Come on.
I can predict what happens, and on Barracks it gives both teams the win.
I think that would be fine. Well, never
Oh
mind.
no.
I don't
Uh-oh.
know. I don't know. Figure it out. That's up to you guys. Figure it out.
Figure it out. Overall, your league experience, anything you guys despised about it or really enjoyed, or what was like the big issue this time besides gear issues? We all know it's going to happen. That isn't going to happen, or it will happen next time.
I don't
Oh.
think there, besides gear issues, of course, but there wasn't a standout issue, in my
Nope.
opinion.
Not really.
It's good. Glad leagues have gone off with a hitch. It seems like season 3 is in full effect. We got 3 weeks until our next leagues. Damien, do you have a date for that?
Yes, I just wrote down the dates. And the first day will be November 12th, following by December 3rd.
There you go. So get ready for your next leagues on December. What was the first one? November 12th. There you go. There you go. Get ready for that league. Sign ups are, I'm sure, open. So talk to Damien and Eddie about signing up for leagues, please. Get in there. We have any other last thoughts on leagues? Or are we ready to move on to the more interesting topics we have for this week? As much as I love leagues, I can only talk about it so many weeks in a row.
So we're gonna be talking about it every time.
Yep.
That's fine. All right. So I believe we are going to kick off our next segment with talking about our... Yes, it is October... Oh, no. I lied. There's a sneaky one in here. We had a beta session. It was a beta session. I wasn't there for that. Neither was James. So, Damien, Eddie, what happened during this beta session?
It was very cool. I liked it a lot. Damien,
Okay.
take it away.
That's good.
I did enjoy this game. It's a... I don't think I explained it last time.
No, you left it a secret, but I know what it is.
And then I didn't show up.
That's wild.
Beta game was a UBL game. Both teams are going for the body.
Yes.
But the mansion doors are closed, so you have to go through the middle and drag the body out through the middle. Stay with me. You have to drag the body to the middle market where the fountain is.
Okay.
And depending on what team you are, if you started on breach door, you gotta take it through the front entrance of market towards that way.
Okay.
If you're an embassy, same thing towards your front entrance.
So it's the body gets to middle market and it becomes tug of war of the body with which team can get it to their spawn fastest. That's
exactly.
It's awesome.
So I remember you saying it was similar to a game that we had played before, which was like the zombies version of that, where it was like both teams trying to get the president or something like that. One team was the purgers, and the other team was the bodyguards or whatever that were trying to protect the president, and the zombies or purge people were like in the way the whole time. So it was just whichever team could get the body first, which I think was like normally one from breach side, but now there's like a specific path the body has to follow. And those doors and mansion being closed are obviously a big deal. So, how did the beta actually go? What were the issues with the game? Did it run just perfectly? There was no actual issues balancing wise, or how did it go?
It was a big one.
The
Go for
biggest
it,
balancing issue was the teams themselves.
Okay. So he's
He's
dodging my question. Got it.
Breach door had the advantage for sure.
I think
in the first iteration. I think we mellowed it out a little bit, but
yeah, I think breach door overall can get to the body faster, but embassy side can easily, if they worked as a team, take up top and take the body from breach door.
Okay.
The first time we played it, it was Each team started in, well, the breach door side started in the burlap sack room, and the MC side started in the regular UBL room. We both go at it. At that point, it was like, okay, breach door has the advantage going downstairs because they obviously have the quicker access to lower market and grab the body, but they also started right by the upstairs, like up, they started right by the staircase. So you take 2 steps and you're already on your stairs. So you're winning the upstairs fight and you're winning the downstairs fight once you die. So you're basically like what I did. I would go upstairs, clear upstairs, and then just wait for someone to grab the body in the middle, shout it out to my team, and then my team would just grab it. But once we switched around the spawns, like MC side starting in their own spawn instead, that was a little more even. Still, I think the breach door has it, but both sides won on both sides, so it's not like breach door won every single time. Like MC got a couple wins on it too.
Okay. And honestly, I like just listening to the way the game works, I can't think of any like big balancing issues off the top of my head with it where it's like, oh, I don't this seems like a questionable problem or something like that. I think upstairs is definitely going to be a big part of that game. It sounds like it's like just the best defensive position, but obviously if you're up there, you can't drag the body yourself, so there's got to be some team cooperation going on there. But overall, what would you guys say is the future of this game? Does this game have a future? That sort of deal.
Looks like I would personally want this game to work super hard because it seems like it's just super simple. Team leaders, all they gotta do, close some damn doors, and then if the body needs to be moved from one room to another room inside the mansion, it's done. And then, aside from like the spawns starting, it's just like that's just the game. Then you could just get that thing started and go with it.
Yeah, and in all honesty,
like basically a good game.
I would like to see when you guys have new game modes like this, them be tried out in leagues. I think that would be a really interesting thing where it's every single team plays this game mode. They play both sides of it. It's just one of the like initial rounds, like the first 3-round game modes. And so each team gets a chance to try it, and you get to see some different strategies for it. Because new games like this obviously don't have the team strategies like already predestined, pre-made for them. So it would be really interesting to see people make up how to play this game on the fly, and then you would really be able to see if there are any glaring flaws with the game after that.
Okay.
I'm optimistic too. Well,
Yeah.
we've put newer games in the voting before. Like we've had Team Defender in there before. We've had like Seek right when it was released. It was in there. Damien, what was the official name of it?
What?
The beta game.
Oh, Hostage Rescue.
Yeah. So I'd like to see Hostage Rescue in the voting too, but I don't know. We have to kind of take games out of the voting so they don't get played every leagues. So I don't think it's a high probability. But we'll for sure put it in there.
All right.
I'd love to see new games played in leagues. I always vote for different stuff.
I think
But Hell's Bells accepted.
that's one of the really nice things about leagues, especially the way that leagues are set up right now, is we shouldn't be afraid to be running these lesser played games or these unplayed new games in leagues. I think one of the highlights of being a captain is getting to create strategies for these like lesser known, lesser played game modes that have just not seen the competitive light of day. So I think putting captains on the spot, making them make like brand new plans for these unplayed games would be a really, really cool way to see new strategies developed and stuff like that. I think that would be a really awesome thing.
My first worry about adding these fresh beta games or games that, well, generally it's the game that doesn't have a whole lot of development in it, but for these fresh beta games get introduced into leagues, it's like it's proving grounds. What I imagine what would happen, as much as I love the sport, the problem with the beta sessions is that it oftentimes releases like an undercooked game mode. Because the great thing about these beta sessions is that you're the first person to see this brand new game mode and have like an understanding of it and have a say in how it's going to be working in the future. But oftentimes it's like this is kind of like last second, try this game mode out. We would had it on the burner for a while. We don't have an experience with like putting it in the big beta or big public session yet. It's you guys trying it out, and then it gets tossed into leagues, and it's like, does this game really work? Should it be really working? And then you might have to develop a strategy around a game that isn't properly balanced. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I think as far as like a improper balancing issue for a game is we play two sides and we play I'm gonna say tournament rules where it's like the winner in between the two sides. So it's like most points overall in between the two sides. Who gets the body the fastest? That sort of thing. But that does like pose an interesting problem where it's like if you're playing this hostage rescue, it would have to be like which team gets the body fastest overall between the two rounds. So you swap sides, you just play from both sides. Whoever gets the body faster wins, or whoever tugs it further into their side, I guess, if neither team gets it. But I think the beta session needs to just prove that the game mode actually functions. That it is releasable on like a software level and like a team leader, like props level. Like everybody at staff understands how it works. The game is actually workable on ice. As long as those things work, I think it's fine to put it into leagues. But that's where you test it out a little bit too. It's like this doesn't seem like a competitive game. This is like a silly for fun game. Yeah, maybe it doesn't have a place in leagues, but I don't know. I think Terminator is a silly for fun game, and Terminator seems like it's been okay in leagues. So
I like it in leagues.
try these things. I don't know.
Pretty fun.
All right. Do we have any other closing thoughts on the beta? Damien, did you want to add anything at all?
No, I got nothing to add to it.
All right. In that case, it is October. We are going to be moving on to talk about everybody's favorite zombie sessions. They're back. They're real. So Damien, what is going on with zombies? Are they starting this weekend or is it when are zombies?
Yeah.
This weekend?
They do start this weekend. It is. Yeah. What do I expect out of this? All the game modes to be played, and the regs to deal with them.
Yep.
Yes.
Regs, it is our 2 weeks to take the back seat to calm our competitiveness a little bit. It is time to play some funny zombies. Personally, I can't stand more than 1 or 2 of these sessions, but I do enjoy those 1 or 2 sessions when I play them. I just don't want to play more than that. Which it's only 2 weeks this year. You don't have to play more than that. Some people love these though. James.
I fucking love these. I'd never really get to play them, like I said last year. But maybe after I play like 1 or 2 games, just like you, I'll be like, oh man, I'm out of juice for this one. This isn't as fun, but I've never had that experience. To me, it's like this is such a novelty game mode that only happens once a year. It's like I want to get every inch of this and try and figure out what's up with it, how's it fun, why is it fun, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. And we got 2 sessions, session A and B, that are going to go in a pattern format, A, B, A, B, A, B,
Yep.
until the day is over. Session A consists of Breakthrough, Hell's Bells, Supply Grab, Team Deathmatch, and End of Days.
Okay, I think
Session... Okay.
I'm interested. Yeah, I'm sorry to cut you off. I'm interested to see Breakthrough in a zombie session. Because first of all, if you haven't played a zombie session before, the field is dark. The field is a lot darker, and your movement is heavily restricted just like by the rules. Sprinting is like a big no-no. It is like actually hazardous out there for the zombie actors, as well as everybody else. So Breakthrough, a very fast-paced game mode that speed is pretty dependent on. I'd be interested to see how the zombies like would affect that sort of thing. So I guess they would be able to pick off the defenders a lot more, so it might be easier to like meander your way into the objective. But still, without speed, Breakthrough seems like it's gonna be really hard.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's not about winning the game anymore, even though it's laser tag. It's about the experience.
That's fair. That's fair.
And then for session B, I'm gonna try out hostage rescue. If it doesn't go over well for zombies specifically, I'm just gonna simplify it to patient 0, the old version. And then sniper and recon are also in session B.
Okay.
Can you get a visual up on the screen for these, or do you want to keep these
No.
these documents secret?
I mean, I could put the document up, but I'm not going to. So
All right. Imagine, yeah.
if you want to know, ask. I'm sure it exists.
True. You got questions, Jimbo?
My first thought about breakthrough in these, it sounds like what's going to happen is that the second one person manages to break through the other side, especially if it's in ghetto, like you manage to break through from embassy side over into the ghetto side and take that tube, you're not getting it back. I think the zombies are going to stop you for a while.
I mean, I think the
Or really
zombies
slow that game down.
will also kill like the attacker that went over there and stuff like that. So it's not easy to defend these tubes either.
Right.
Yeah.
But once its is taken, it's going to be so much harder to get back than just like a quick 1-2. Like the gap in this game mode is going to go from like a little small guy to much bigger.
I think it's gonna be really hard for those tubes to ever get captured. Because like when you're attacking, not only do you have to worry about the defenders, you can't run. You can't. You have to worry about zombies who like hanging out in the ghetto on the street. And you're gonna have to worry about the defenders as well. As a defender, obviously, you have to be very more mindful of the zombies. Like, you can't just sit in one little corner because the zombies will eventually just get you. They're gonna pick on you like that. But I think if you play it right, the defense is still gonna be very, very strong. I can think of a couple ways as why it can, because Damien has the rule changed with zombies going upstairs, or can zombies still not go upstairs? Do you know?
As far as I know, no zombies.
Alright, so yeah, it seems like probably like Tower and Market are probably going to be the best defensive options if I was going to be a defender, because those zombies are going to pick on you, but if you're upstairs, they obviously can't. That being said, it's not easy to defend Garden from upstairs. I don't know. There's all these caveats to it. Let's see it in action. Sign up for zombie sessions this weekend. What about like the zombie actors themselves? Do we have like a cast of actors already selected? Are we still looking for actors? Are we still looking for people to do the makeup? How does that stuff look? Do you guys know?
We do have a list of actors that we have. I
Okay.
don't know if I should name them.
No, you don't
know
have
if it
to.
really
Just
matters.
if we have the list or not, that's fine.
Yeah, we have the list,
Okay.
and they're gonna be there. You'll see them, you know them, and you're gonna have to try and figure out who they are.
Awesome. Glad to hear it.
So you have a full roster.
What do you mean a full roster?
There, if
Like,
if,
no,
if
there's
anybody
not-
wanted to be a zombie still, is it too late?
I wouldn't say it's never too late.
Sure. If you want to be a zombie, come in, talk with Damien, message Damien. Yeah, just message Damien. We'll put all that on him.
That sounds good.
Yes.
Anyone else have any other thoughts on zombies before we go to our next dealio?
When you come in for the zombie sessions, don't forget to grab the new zombie t-shirt.
There's a new
Ooh.
zombies t-shirt. I didn't know that. That's a shirt I
Dude,
won't
send me
have.
one.
Yeah.
Do
Well,
we know
I'm
what
gonna
it
get one of
looks
those.
like? I want that.
I said I haven't even
I-
seen it.
I do know what it looks like. I don't have a picture of it though.
That's awesome, Damien.
Okay.
Thanks for not having a picture of it.
You're welcome.
All right. That being said, there is another topic that I brought in as a surprise this week, and that's my sweepstakes. Delirium sweepstakes, everybody. Everybody gets a chance to play in my sweepstakes. If you want to earn a free session, doesn't matter what field you play on, I'm going to pay for you to play in a free session. The only
He's
thing
going
you
for it.
have to do is send me a game mode that you made up. So you guys make the games. If I like the game, whoever wins, best game, I buy you a free session. Send
Maybe
me
we can
your game modes. That
Maybe we can
being
go through the
said,
top 5 next podcast, Gilmore.
yeah, we can do that. That being said, you guys have 1 week to do it. Next week, Wednesday, sweepstakes close. Send me your game modes. All 4 of us have also made a game mode, so you can't use those.
What a lie.
Except for
Well,
Eddie, because
3 of
he
us.
sucks.
3 of
But we
us.
all have game modes that we've made up that we're gonna talk about. Because I thought that sounded fun, and these guys hate fun.
You gave me 5 minutes.
Oh man.
You had the whole podcast to think of a game.
Me and James
And
create-
remember that CMP thing?
Me and James created
Yeah, we-
swag sessions like seconds before the game mode started.
Oh, we're doing that today? Oh shit,
Good
okay.
Lord.
Yeah.
You woke up at 6 a.m. today. Why weren't you prepared?
Good point.
All right. So I'll start with my game mode. I wanted to make oddball work. You ever play oddball Halo? Hold a funny skull. You get points every second you hold the funny skull. Well, I want to do that in iCombat. So the way I would want it to work is to be similar to King of the Hill. 1 tube, domination, starts in the middle of market. Once you shoot that tube, you physically pick it up, and you're no longer allowed to shoot. You're just carrying around the funny tube. But obviously, you don't want people just to be able to pick up the tube and run back into their spawn with it. So there's the added caveat of once you are holding the tube, you're not allowed to move backwards. You can only move forwards. So if you want to hide or you want to get out of like the middle of market, you have to move towards the enemy team, or you can move like horizontally if you want, but no moving backwards. That's the trick here. So that would be how oddball would work, similar to the exact same domination scoring. Once the person that's holding the tube dies, they drop it at their feet. The enemy team can run up, capture it, and then they hold the tube. That's oddball. I want to try it. Those tubes are expensive though, so I get it.
Yeah, the second somebody dies with one of these tubes and it's like a newer player who doesn't have an understanding, just gonna like drop it on the floor like you would like the
Oh,
backpack
God.
or the body or the key. And then
Yeah.
just drop the whole tube.
Giant rubber cylinder to put it in.
Maybe like
Which
a
I like
hacker
this
target
idea.
and something.
Just put it in a hamster ball.
Yeah,
Big
hamster ball.
ball.
The hacker target might be a better idea instead of carrying something big around like that. I mean, you still just can't shoot, but it's like easier for you to carry around. But if you want to have the real oddball experience where both your hands are occupied holding something, it'd be a tube.
Yeah. All right, James. What do you got? What's your game mode idea?
Sure, it's not gonna work with our current stuff. Well, it will if you have a bunch of them. So in the game called Squad, I'm sure you guys have. I don't know what this game's actually called. It's not Invasion, but it's the whole map is really divided into a bunch of hexes. Okay, so you don't really can't do that. But with the special layout that Waukesha has, is that it has a bunch of buildings in it, and every single building there's a lot of them, and they're all like reasonable size for you to fit inside. You can take every single one of those rooms, and you're playing domination with it. You have a tube in there, and if basically you're trying to control the majority of the rooms or the hexes in the map, and if you have the control majority by the end, you win. Because this way it ends up being like you're trying to push closer and closer towards the enemy team spawn in order to try and hold more of these targets or tubes or stuff like that. Just a bigger domination, but you're trying to push more across the enemy team's field, kind of like how the Madison meta is, depending on who you talk to. This makes sense? It's cat dude.
I think the best way to play that would honestly be hacker. That's like the most similar method I can think of that. Because like that, if you think about it, really, that's hacker. It's just there's not a target in every single room, but the majority is above 50%, obviously, and with 2 targets in every single main location on the field. That's kind of how that works. We don't have 23 or more tubes though, so it's like.
You know the problem with hacker targets, though. When everyone experiences, we hate it. Is that you can shoot these things from damn near anywhere if they're put in like a spot that doesn't have the utmost thought to it. But you can be standing. Like the main problem is you can stand like lower mansion. You can stand in mansion and shoot top of market and control that one from there. The tubes, it's less so. You have to be in that room to hold it.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. That's true. I don't like Hacker for the reason you were talking about, but we also don't have 23 domination tubes.
You also don't have a rubber cylinder around your.
Hey, 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 hey.
Hey,
All right.
Eddie, what do you got?
Oh, we're putting him on right away. Eddie, what do you got?
I don't have anything.
Eddie. All right, you have until Damien is done, and I expect to hear a game mode.
I'm just gonna say a chaos game mode.
You hate chaos. You can't do chaos. You
I
can't
really
take chaos
detest
from me.
them.
That's insane to me. You've never
You're
played
putting
it.
me on the spot.
You've never played. I am putting you on the spot. All right, Damien, you are going to say game mode, and as soon as you're done, Eddie's going to say game mode,
So you can talk really slow if you want to.
or not.
Talking extremely slow.
All right,
All right.
Damien, what do we got?
So this game mode, it's called Blitz because I like giving my games names. And
Yeah.
this game mode takes place during April Fools because it's a chaotic game mode.
Chaos.
In this game, every player is a physical point. The objective and to win is to get yourself and as many of your team to the other team's spawn.
Gilly'd be really good at this game.
Yeah. I wouldn't do it their actual spawn. It would be like an area around their spawn, like the hideout or the garden. Like, get yourself and your team there, and you are the point.
So,
1 point for each person.
so like whenever one person passes the threshold alive, they score their team 1 point. Is that how that works?
Yes.
Okay. So it's like infiltration with a lot of backpacks.
With a lot. Exactly.
Once I score for my team, would I be able to like go back and then score again, or can each person only score once?
Well, that's two ways to do it. You can like die from ice.
And then
If
you're
you
out if you
score.
scored. So it's like both sides are jailbreaking.
Exactly. Or we can actually have the team leaders doing something and keep score in the area.
I actually have the team leaders doing something. Shocking theory.
Nuts.
Yes.
That's interesting. I kind of like that. I'd be willing to try a version of that for sure.
Sounds fun.
That's the game mode.
Oh,
Very
damn it.
nice. Eddie? Eddie?
Okay, this isn't a. I've always wanted to try this. I don't know if you guys used to do this in chaos sessions.
Still going
I
at
don't know
my
if you-
chaos sessions.
I'm going to. I don't know if you guys ever tried sniper and jug at the same time.
Okay, so the problem with
Ever?
jug in
Technically.
chaos
I don't
is
know.
you can't
Yeah.
really do jug in chaos.
But what if? Come on, let him have it.
All right. I know
I'm just
a
saying, like,
workaround where you
sniper
can
and
do
jug
jug
at the
in
same
chaos.
time.
All right, it's doable. It is in fact
Okay.
doable. It is a custom. You would have to do it as a custom game. All right, but what would be the third game, Eddie? What would be the third game? What would make it even more interesting?
No, just two.
That's not how chaos games work.
Don't.
Well,
It's
it's
his game.
Actually,
Let him have it.
not how chaos games.
Why is that a good idea, Eddie?
You
Why-
could
why
have
do
just
like
you
this?
could have just said domestic
know.
threat or something, man.
I could have.
Oh,
Could have.
you can do domestic threat with that, but the Juggernaut has the backpack. You gotta kill him and take it from him.
You have to kill him, beat him up in the parking lot, take his backpack, take his lunch money, and you're playing sniper.
Yes.
All right. Thank you guys for submitting your game modes to me and Eddie, I guess.
Thank you. Everybody put mine in for the sweepstakes, so Gilmore has to talk about it again.
Yeah, so everybody, again, the sweepstakes. It's Delirium Sweepstakes. Earn a free session by making a game mode. Don't make a game mode if you don't ever want to play it, though, because I want to try the best game mode, at least the best game mode. So make a game. Maybe it'll be like Breakthrough, like James made Breakthrough, right, James? We play Breakthrough all the
I do.
time. We love Breakthrough. So make the
We
next
love
Breakthrough.
Breakthrough.
Let's do it. Yeah.
It could be like Hive that Gilmore made.
I hate Hive.
Damn.
Ouch.
I hate my game mode. I still want to try it in North Carolina, though. I get to play zombie sessions this weekend. Me! In North Carolina. Come visit North Carolina. Say hi to Hans. Hi, Hans.
Hopefully he's watching.
Hi, Hans. We love Hans.
Yeah. Does anybody
Hans
have
fan club.
any other surprise topics for today?
I sent the pictures of the new t-shirt in the chat.
He's got it. Pull
Look
it
at the
up.
shirt.
All right, I will pull up
at
the
the shirt.
shirt.
I'm gonna
Oh,
buy
wow.
the hell out of this shirt.
Look at this
Maybe
shirt,
Sniper and
guys.
UBL would be good.
Look at the shirt.
Mail it to me.
You got the shirt.
Oh,
That's the back of
Whoa.
the shirt. You ready for the front of the shirt? Because here's the front of the shirt.
I'm not ready for the back and front of the shirt.
Here it is. Front of the shirt.
Yo, that's actually kind of clean.
It is. I like
headband on it.
I like the little iCombat in the Biohazard
not a
logo.
headband.
That's kind of hard. I like that.
God, I thought that was.
You thought it was a headband? The Biohazard was wearing a little headband.
I looked over. God, I need glasses. Holy.
All right, so yeah, you guys can pick this shirt up for the next 2 weeks at iCombat Waukesha. Get in there, get a shirt. It's 15 buckaroos, 15 bones to buy yourself this brand new t-shirt.
15 souls.
15 souls.
15.
All right. Anything else, guys? Can I click the end stream button?
Kill it.
All right, everybody.
Really
Thanks for
flower
tuning
stream.
into episode 22 of the Point Gremlins podcast. This is the crew signing off. See ya.